Look at that. That looks awesome. See that smoke ring on that dude? Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to Big R Outdoors. I know it has been a while. We're March, almost through with March, and I haven't posted anything. I'm struggling. I've had people been asking me, hey Ryan, when you gonna post something else? I have been trying to. I got the sausage video there at the beginning of the year, and well, we had a month-long shutdown out there at work, but I knew that was coming, but I figured, hey, after that was going to be in full swing. We was going to be getting it. So I was catching up after coming out of the outage on some of the days off that I had. And then was going to go fishing. We just had a big cold front blow in and everything, so that kind of, you know, that didn't work. But what we've got going on now, let me show y'all. I woke up about over a week ago, to go to work, and water leak. Yeah, do y'all see this? Yeah. This is the bedroom. All the carpet's gone. And my bathroom. A little loud in here. Hey, we gotta turn this off. Thank you. But this is it, yeah. This is what we got going on. Just woke up one morning, there's the culprit. Popped off the sink. I don't understand it, but it did. It's just one of those things, when it rains, it pours. It popped off the sink and it flooded. There's old Benji. And we're still not done. It's waiting on the insurance. But I've got to redo a bathroom. And that's been my big holdup right now. I'm on my long off out here at work. This is usually when I get a lot of recording and stuff done, but it didn't happen. I really didn't want to do that. I've got things to do. I've got too much going on. Fishing. It's fishing time. It's time to fish. Bass are up, going up on beds, and crappies biting, and just But hey, it is what it is. It's one of those things. It could have been a lot worse. Well, I keep saying it could have been a lot worse, and it could have. So, but if y'all remember in a previous video, I had the videos at the end of the year. I did. I had my little Santa Claus hat on. I was cooking. I just wanted to do like an end of the year review deal for everybody. But in that video, I said I was going to cook a brisket if the video got 20 likes. And the video got 20 likes. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to cook a brisket. And I got a brisket. I've had it really. I was going to do it a couple weeks ago, and then when everything happened, but I got a brisket. I went to HEB yesterday. I've never tried this, but I got this HEB Texas Original for brisket. It's a brisket rub. I've never used it. What I personally like to use myself when I cook a brisket, and I have used several. When I got that, I got a Pit Boss Series 5 vertical smoker, and when I bought that smoker, 3 years ago now, was right when the pandemic was coming on and the world was shutting down. I bought it right before that, and we did a lot of cooking out. But that's what I got, and that's what I cook it in. But we tried briskets, ribs. We did a big cook on all kind of seasonings, and I still have a pile of seasonings. I have the, Two Amigos Chupacabres. I have I've tried Meat Church. I've tried several. We tried several rubs on briskets and pork and just everything. And but the ones I myself personally like, and I couldn't get them. I went to look, they were sold out, and then all this happened, so I haven't got any. That's why I've got this right here. But my favorite seasons, the seasons I like to use, I'm not affiliated with none of it. It's just a personal preference of mine. Cosmos Q seasonings or rubs. I don't know what it is. Like, I don't know if you can tell it here. These is like, well, you can't really tell it on it, but his seasonings, man, they're good, first of all, but they're ground so fine. Like when you sprinkle them over the meat, over your meat stuff, there is really no loss. It hits and it sticks. It's perfect. Like it's just a fine powder. Covers good, coats good. The one that I really prefer on everything is his honey killer bee. Man, it's got like honey granules in it. That thing is super, super good. That's what I like to use, but I don't have that. I've got this Texas HEB, but really, I mean, it's got pretty much all the same stuff in it that most seasonings have. I just really prefer the honey killer bee because of the honey that's in it. I mean, I guess I could rub this down with honey, but I like a sweet rub. That's just me. But I'm gonna get this dude cut open, season it all up. I'm gonna show y'all how we do it right here on Big R Outdoor. Okay, guys, now what you want to do is you want to trim all the big fatty pieces off your brisket. Get these big fat chunks off. I don't like to smoke my meat with that on there. And then I flip it over and get most of that off the back. You want to get most that you can to where it looks like that. And then we're going to take it and we're going to rub it down with mustard as a binder. It really don't change the taste or help the taste. It is just a binder for the meat. I use it on all my meats. I use it on the ribs, on pork butts, briskets, everything. It just helps that seasoning to stick it real good to coat that meat. Make sure you get it, the mustard and the seasonings and all the cracks and crevices, and make sure you got it covered real good on the sides. Just cover it really, really good. And once you get it covered up, let it set for about an hour to 2 hours, no more, and then she is ready to put on the smoker. Back, so what we're gonna do is it's been setting for a while. I don't really like to let it set that while. I've lost some moisture in there, you see. But oh well, it is what it is. It ain't gonna really hurt it that bad. You'll see how juicy it's gonna get. And I got a pan. I always do this. I get a pan. This is about a 9 by 13. I'm gonna fill it up with water, about 1 inch of water. And then I'm going to set it underneath, so it'll also steam up, create a little moisture in there for the brisket. But it's also go about the size of the brisket, so you will catch a lot of drippings. You need a pan underneath it. Underneath it, you've got to catch your drippings. That's important when it's all done. But as you can see here, the top looks beautiful. I bet I lost some where it was setting. Man, I really didn't. Man, I think I can put that dude on right now. I thought I was gonna have to give it a sprinkle, but with my, man, I'm gonna leave that like it is. So, show y'all on the inside here of this old smoker. I just got a, it's kind of dark. I had a light, brought me a light for y'all. It's dark right here. But got me some aluminum foil down in there, and I'm gonna put it on that rack about the center of my smoker. And that bottom rack there is where the drippings is going to go. That way, so you still get a lot of smoke comes around it, basking in the ambience of all that smoke. So we'll go ahead and look at that. Y'all look at this. Look at that. That looks awesome. Man, that seasoning coated on there, so nice. What I like to do after they set, you got a little juice in there, pour a little juice in there, and then we'll fill this, like I say, about 1 inch up water. I got a little trick what I do. I'll show y'all what I do with this. But right underneath, plenty of space. You're going to catch most of your drippings. Smoke gonna come up all around it. Okay, what I have here, this is my my probes. I have a ThermoPro probes. It's this Bluetooth to my phone, so I can set them up. I do on one. I'll just stick it in here, kind of like an ambient temperature of inside the smoker. Make sure that I'm not running away, because you can set alarms on this thing, and I've got it set when I do my briskets that if it gets too high, it'll tell me, hey, go check your brisket so it don't burn it up. Now what you want to do when you probe, if you're going to probe, you need to probe. If you don't have probes and you're thinking about doing a brisket, go get you some probes before you do. They're not expensive. You can even get the 2-probe system. A lot of these grills come with probes. I don't use them, but a lot of these are you need to get a probe. You need to at least get 2 probes. You can get them 20, 30 bucks on Amazon for, they're nuts. Thickest part, right there, that's where you probe it. Stick the probe in. You can stick it in any way you want. I just stick it in like that. And make sure it don't come through the bottom, which it ain't. Yeah, right there. I stick it in that right there. I got it set on 225. Y'all, it usually takes on my smoker about, on a full packer brisket like this, it usually takes about 14-ish hours. I don't really go off of hours. I just know when you cook a brisket, you've got a plan for nothing the next day. The best thing for me to do is to do it overnight. I'm trying to clean all the stuff off my GoPro. The best thing for me to do is to do it overnight, so I ain't even got to worry about it. And I usually don't on this. Like I say, I can Bluetooth my phone to the ThermoPro. A lot of the grills out there now, the built-in probes and everything with the grill, you can do that. So that is a very, very good option. That's the thing about these pellet grills, the convenience of a pellet grill like this. I put this dude in right now, like I say, it's about 9 o'clock. I can go to sleep. I can sleep all night long, and I've never really had any problems with this. I got an alarm on my phone if it gets too hot, even if the temperature gets too cold, like my fire went out in here for some reason, and it'll tell me, and I could come out here and I could check it. But 225, and what I'm looking for when I probe, where I put the probe at 165, I'll come out here, and that's, if you've never cooked a brisket before and you do a whole packer with the point and the flat, that's what they call a whole packer. There comes a point in the brisket smoking life, and it hits a part where it's called the stall, and that's at around 165 degrees. So at around 165 degrees, I'll come out here, take the brisket off, and that's going to be sometime in the morning. I'll come out here, I'll take the brisket off, and I'll roll it up in butcher paper or pink paper, peach paper. There's many names for it, but I'll roll it up in that paper. I'm going to show you all that, how many wraps and everything, and then put it back in. And what it does is it helps the brisket get through the stall faster. We're good. We're done. It's in there. I got it set on 225 once my smoker regulates. And make sure you have enough pellets in your smoker. This smoker is an 80-pound hopper. That's one reason why I bought it, because the hopper's so big. But I'm going to put some more pellets in it and set my phone and everything. Like I say, we're looking for 165. Once we get it 165, we're going to go for it. Okay, guys. Fill this joker up. It's a really good idea to do this before you turn the smoker on. So when the smoker's on, you get smoke coming out at your face. But it's good smoke. God, oh, my eyes are burning. Damn. I'm grasping for some fresh air. It's killing me, Smalls. So that's another Big R pro tip. I do this for you guys to show y'all these things, you know. I normally fill these up before I light it. But I was like, hey, people might not know about it. Well, I ain't quite done yet. Forgot to put the water in the pan. Y'all had me talking. Another pro tip. Use gloves if you're going to reach in and touch. Heat gloves. Don't touch nothing. It's hot. 225 degrees will burn you. So, dog, that was stupid. Out here looking like a daggum amateur. I've been cooking this mess my whole life. People gonna be making fun of me. Like I say, I do these pro tips for y'all. You know, there's some people out there that don't know how to barbecue, and you come across this channel, you know, and you just happen to see this video about barbecue, and you're gonna be like, hey, oh, I remember when I got my pan in there and I forget the water, don't reach my hand in there and touch the hot metal pan without my heat gloves on, because it'll burn my shingle. I do it for y'all, people. I do it for y'all. Well, good morning, everybody. We at 165 degrees. It took at 7:30 in the morning, so put it in at 9 o'clock last night, 7:30 this morning, so I got to sleep all night. We're gonna give it a peek. We're gonna see what it looks like. Got a little moisture coming out there. Oh man, that looks good. We're at the stall. This is where you gotta wrap it to get it to the stall, so it'll cook faster. That's what this is for. Is you get the peach paper. You gotta get this peach paper right here, they call it, or pink paper. Wrap it up in that and put it back on the smoker. Alright, y'all. That looks pretty good on that back side. When you go to wrap this thing, get a good bark on it. What you want to do when you wrap it, start right there. Just kind of remember how you do it. You want to, I put it down, the big part right here, because one side you're going to have where all that fat was, it's flat right there. I put it up first. I put this, the good meaty side, I put it down. Get it good and squared up on your paper. And roll it up. Give it a few good wraps. See, now the big meat side was down, now the meat side's up. Now it's down again. Now it's up. And that's where I'm gonna cut it, right there. Okay. And I'm gonna roll my paper back out. Now I'm gonna put it on there long ways. Good. Couple of tight wraps long ways. Too early in the morning for this. I ain't even had my coffee yet. I'm gonna cut it right there. Fold all this in like this. And then I'm going to go one more time
like this. Get it all good and tight again. Get a good wrap on it. Pull it as you go. And that right there will be that. And I like to bring it over, cut it, because what you're going to do is when you probe it, that probe will kind of help hold that in. We're going to put this brisket back in, and we're going to probe in the big part of the meat, the point right there, in this big part. Got that, gotta see that hump? That's where we're gonna probe it. Take that probe, put it right in that fat part, in that hump, like you had it. I'm just gonna leave it wrapped up until we get an internal temp of, I shoot for 203. That's just my deal on the big part. You got the flat down here and that big chunky part where the point and all was. That's where you want to probe at, and that's where you're shooting for 203. That's where you shoot all your temps on a full packer brisket. So at 203 degrees, we'll come back out here and we'll pull it off. So y'all stay tuned. Okay, y'all, well, the brisket's almost done. We're setting on 200 degrees, so we ain't got much longer to go. We're going to take that off. When that comes off, what I'm going to do is I've got some baked beans I'm going to cook. I'm going to cook baked beans and some baked potatoes to go with this. But I'm going to do a little trick with the baked beans after brisket and everything's done. But I just got some old Bush's baked beans. I'm going to do original and one with brown sugar and hickory. And I'm going to put an onion in there with it. And a little secret ingredient. I'm telling you, that's going right there. That's a game changer. We're sitting at 197 degrees. We're probably around the 14-hour mark now. So it's about when it's just take hold. 14 to 16 hours is usually about how long it takes me to cook a brisket on this smoker. So we're going to go in and take care of the drippings, show y'all what we do there, and wait till this thing get up to 203. And we'll be done. Okay, guys, so we got this pan of meat drippings here that we had that came off our brisket. When you do this, what I do, you can buy a little thing that separates all this. I don't buy one. All I do is I use a big measuring cup, like a big 4-cup measuring cup. A regular old meat strainer that you have at your house, not a colander like one of them old wire basket strainers, and get you a bowl. As you pour this into your into the measuring cup, let it sit for a little bit, and you'll see like there'll be some stuff on the bottom. Okay, so I've been letting my measuring cup full of meat juice. Ooh. Anyway, I've been letting it sit here, letting the stuff go to the bottom. I put my baked potatoes in, so they're getting ready, and you can see here in my meat juice, all that sediment on the bottom I was talking about. That's stuff you do not want. Pour it in this bowl, and we're going to pour it slow. Okay, just pour it in this bowl and pour it slow. You don't want that stuff from the bottom coming up. You want it to stay on the bottom because that's what we're going to get rid of. Okay, now that's about as what I could pour, and you can see all that on the bottom is just nasty stuff. Now when the brisket is done, we're taking this right here. You're gonna pour it over top of your brisket. Well, you might be asking yourself, well, Ryan, what do you do when you at home by yourself, wife's at work, kids are at school, sitting there cooking a brisket for 14 to 16 hours? What do you do? Well, I put on concerts for Benji. He likes it. I was raised off of Rural 3, out past where the blacktop ends. I walk to church on Sunday morning, race barefoot back to Johnson's fence. It's where I first saw Mary, on that roadside picking blackberries. The summer I turned a corner in my soul down that red dirt. It's where I drank my first beer. It's where I found Jesus. Where I wrecked my first car, I tore it all to pieces. I learned the path to heaven is full of sinners and believers. I learned that happiness on earth ain't just for high achievers. So I've learned, but I've come to know there's life before me, that red dirt road. Yeah, I come to know there's life before me, that red dirt road. What do you think, Benji? Well, all right, y'all, she's done. Just to pull her out, lay her up here, and show you what we're gonna do next. Okay, y'all. Now, when it's done, this is what you want to do. Get you a cooler. I think they even got like these boxes now for just for briskets and stuff like that. That's a little overkill for me. Whatever. Anyway. But what you want to do when it's done is you take it out. You're going to put it in a cooler. This is just an old bag cooler from Buc-ee's. So you can use any kind of cooler you want. Use a Yeti if you want to. But you're just going to put it in a cooler or something like that, and we're going to let it rest. I let mine rest about an hour, hour and a half. You could go 2 hours if you wanted to. What you're doing is when you're putting it in something, a cooler to rest or something in there to rest, it's going to suck that moisture back up in it. And this is when it gets juicy. Don't unwrap it. Don't do anything like that. If you wanted to unwrap it to cut the point off to make burn ends, some people do that. I do that sometimes. I didn't do it in this video. I'm just doing just the brisket. If you want to see another brisket with some burn ends, if y'all want to see that, hey, leave a comment down below and let me know. But at 195, at 195 degrees, that's when you would cut the point off of the flat, and then you would chop it all up and mix stuff with it, put it back in, but you would wrap the flat back up until the flat is 203 degrees, and then you pull the flat out and you let it set in here. A lot of people don't do that. They just cook the whole brisket, and at 165, when you wrap it, you let that dude cook to 203, and you don't take it out of the wrap until you're ready to slice it, which for me will be, stuff fell, which for me will be about an hour and a half. That'll be time for my baked beans to be done, my baked potatoes will be done, everything will be ready, and then I can pull it out, slice her up. So y'all stay tuned for the meat slicing. Okay, y'all, here it is, the big reveal. My beans are done, potatoes are almost done, the brisket has been sitting in the cooler resting for about an hour and a half. We're ready to pull the paper back, see what it looks like. see all that moisture. That's why you wrap it many times as we did last night, or this morning when we pulled it out to wrap it. That's why you do that. It holds that moisture in real good. And when it's resting time, it goes back into your meat like that. There it is. Good night. Guys and gals, that's her right there. That is I think it was roughly a 13, 14 pound brisket, trimmed up and everything. Beautiful, beautiful. Now I'm gonna cut it. Now, what most people do, we're gonna cut it right here at the point. Cuts ever so nice and gentle. See that smoke ring on that dude? Y'all ready? Know everybody's gonna be wanting to see it. Can you see the juice coming out of that? Man, oh man. And that's it, guys. That's the big point right there. We're gonna put that over there right now. We're gonna take, just slice it up. We just start at the end. Cut it thin little pieces. Well, not too thin, about a 1/4 inch thick. Man, this dude is slicing so good. So tender. So delicious. And they say you take one out the middle, and when it lays over like that, without breaking, folds perfect. That's what you call a good, juicy, tender piece of meat. Look at that. Just pulls apart. Hey. Make you wanna slap your old leg. Man, that's delicious. Here, I'll get y'all back. Nom, 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 nom. That's it right there. Yo, old Benji over there, he knows something's going on. He knows there's meat cooked. And this right here is the part, the end that you get. You get your brisket sandwiches and all that. A good fall apart piece on that end. You see that? Y'all see that just falling to pieces? If you take some of these ends, these pieces, like this, you throw them in there, like some of these. This is that chop stuff right there. This is what you get your brisket sandwich out of. Pulls apart real easy. We're just gonna chop this up like this, because too, this would be good on the potato, on that baked potato. We're gonna do like a brisket baked potato, chopped brisket baked potato. And that's what I was talking about. When you get it cut like that, take your pieces. This is gonna be chopped stuff over here. But these pieces like this, that's where you take your juice. And you just pour that juice back over top of that brisket. Well, okay, y'all, I got it. Try to get y'all a shot of this. I got the potato right there with brisket. It's a baked potato with that chopped brisket on it. That brisket right there with that barbecue sauce on it. Baked beans with the brisket in it. And that's it. Benji wants something so bad. Low and slow is the key. Like I say, cook it till you hit 165. Wrap it till 203, 205.
pull it off, let it set for an hour and a half, and this is what you end up with right here, folks. Just beautiful, good smoke ring. I mean, y'all see it. Look at all that chopped meat in there. Come here, Benji. Look here. And that is Benji approved right there. But hey, thanks for watching. Y'all, let me know how y'all cook y'all's brisket. Like I say, a lot of people different. They do things different. They do it in Memphis different, and Carolinas are different. Everybody's different. But this is how we do it. This is like a normal Texas style brisket cook. So, but hey, if y'all like this, like I say, I don't do this all the time. I do a lot of cooking, but I'll put some cooking videos on here. But y'all like, subscribe, hit the bell if y'all like stuff like this. Gonna have some fishing coming up, hopefully within a month pretty soon. I gotta get my bathroom back together. I think if I go fishing with the bathroom tore apart, my old lady ain't gonna like it. But y'all stay tuned. Y'all like, subscribe, hit that bell. Thank y'all for watching. And like I always say, keep it bougie, people. Right here on Big All Outdoors. Wow, I know.